Good morning, students. Welcome back to the English channel for grade 8. Students, in the last class, we discussed and completed the pre-reading task of this chapter, Prose 4, Anandi Gopal and Autobiography. Even we understood the difference between biography and autobiography, as autobiography is the story of a person's life written by the person himself or herself. This autobiography is written by Anandi Gopal herself, and this was written so that we could come to know about the life struggle she had gone through to become the first female doctor of India. Despite many odds at that era means in the 18th century, she fought through it and became a doctor. Her story was not just inspiring to the women across the country, but also encouraged women to go out of the country for higher studies and making a successful career. Truly, she is a real tigress of Indian medicine. So, today in this class, I'll give you the gist of this incredible woman, Anandibai or Anandi Gopal. Anandi Gopal was born on March 31st, 1865 in Kalyan, Mumbai. It was previously known as the Bombay Presidency. Her childhood name was Yamuna Joshi. When she was 9 years old, she was married and her name was changed to Anandi. Her husband, Gopal Rao, was a broad minded man, means he was a very broad minded, open minded, and he used to encourage the widow's marriage and higher studies for women. So he staunchly supported widow remarriage and women's education. Since Anandi was not properly educated at that time, she was not able to learn Marathi also. So her husband started teaching her education at home itself. First, he tried to enroll her in the missionary schools, but that did not work out. When Anandi made rapid progress, that means when she learned quickly, easily, Gopal Rao persuaded her, means motivated her to study further. There were no women doctor in India at those times. Moreover, Anandibai had lost her young infant son when she was only 14 years old, and that was because of the lack of medical facilities. So she decided to become a doctor. Gopal Rao, her husband, tried hard to get her a seat in an American university, and fortunately, Mrs. Carpenter of Russell, New Jersey, came to know of Anandibai's story by chance. She offered to host her in the USA. That means she offered to sponsor her to make her arrangements of staying in the United States of America. Since Gopal Rao could not find a job in America, Anandi left for America alone, and she had to go through a lot of atrocities from the Indian culture at those days. Despite opposition and criticism, she reached America in June 1883 and stayed in the house of the carpenters. In the Marathi language, she used to call them as carpenters Mavasi, that means aunt. Anandibai found many things strange in America. Their dress, their lifestyle, their food habits, their culture were quite different. She was even surprised when she found that they did not take bath every day. In the same way, the carpenters found Anandibai's dress sense, her vegetarian diet, her customs very strange. In spite of the difference, Mrs. Carpenter took care of Anandibai like her own daughter, and Anandibai joined the Women's College in Philadelphia. When she joined, her aunt Carpenter cried like a child. This shows how affectionate she was towards Anandi. The superintendent and the secretary were very kind too towards Anandi. When they came to know that Anandi, braving poverty and opposition from her people, have joined this college university. They offered her a scholarship of $600 for 3 years. The college room in which she stayed was not that good. It did not have a proper fireplace and ventilation. The fireplace discharged a lot of smoke when it is lighted. So Anandibai has no option either to choose coal or smoke. Anandibai tried to shift to a different place, but people refused to rent a room to a brown Hindu girl. Hence, she was forced to stay in the same room. Cold and smoke affected her health very badly, and she suffered from high fever, temperature, and chronic cough. Chronic cough means constant coughing. Somehow, she managed to complete her education and receive the medical degree with a lot of struggle going through on her health. She was hailed as the first woman doctor of India. It was one of the most rewarding moments of her life. As the days progressed, her health deteriorated, means started more becoming more deteriorated. Gopal Rao admitted her to the Women's Hospital in Philadelphia. There, they diagnosed that she had tuberculosis, TB. The doctors advised her to return to India. Her voyage, that means her ship back home, further damaged her health. The doctors on the ship, they refused to treat a brown woman. Because of that, her health condition started worsening. After reaching India, she stayed with her cousin in Pune to receive treatment from an Ayurvedic specialist. But he also refused to treat her because she had gone against the customs and traditions of Indian society. Anandibai was frustrated because all her achievements had become useless. She breathed her last on February 26, 1887. People mourned her death throughout India. Her ashes were sent to Mrs. Carpenter, who kept them in her family cemetery. Anandibai's life and achievements have inspired many young women now because she has made us believe in our potentialities and that we can achieve our goals despite any adverse situations and circumstances, like she did at that era in the 18th century. The government of Maharashtra now has funded a fellowship in her honor for young women working on women's health. So, this is the inspiring story of Anandi Gopal, the first woman doctor of India. Now, let's start the learning glossary words. Glossary words are hard words and meaning. Rapid means happening at a great speed. First. Second, acquire means come to her. Trial means something that tests a person's endurance or patience. Tribulation means trouble, suffering. Astonish means surprise. Impress means causing or feeling admiration. Poverty means a state of being poor. Wonder means surprise. Emit means discharge or give out. Invent, failure or without success. Toll means damage resulting from something. Renown means a state of being famous. Frustrate means prevent from succeeding. Cemetery means a large burial ground. Understood? Done, children? Thanks for watching.